Good morning from day 72. I'm in Pigeon Forge. I just left Patriot Park, which is behind me. We did a video once before there. Just walking the residential neighborhood. The parkway is just like a block and a half to my left. So anyway, let's get into the band of the day. I just added 10 more artists to my playlist. And I am sorry, Sheena Easton, that I forgot you this long in the list. But that is the artist of the day, Sheena Easton. My favorite song by her is Modern Girl. Honorable mention song is Telephone. So I saw Sheena Easton last year in Wisconsin Dells. Tiffany was the opener. And speaking of Tiffany, when I stayed at the Green Dragon Hostel, the owner, I can't remember his name, but anyway, he was dropping me off at the trailhead and we were talking music, and somehow we got talking about, Tiffany, because he's related to her. They are cousins. So his dad and her dad are brothers. So I thought that was pretty cool. So that's the artist of the day. And I wanted to also mention, when I was saying my top 10 movies, I totally forgot about A Walk in the Woods. So Fletch, take a seat. You're going down a spot. Walk in the Woods is number 4, Fletch 5. So that means somebody in the top 10 is gone, and I'm thinking it's either Vacation, Bad News Bears, or Back to the Future. Well, Bad News Bears, you're dropping to at least 11. Even though that was my favorite movie when it came out, because I was just a kid. But I don't watch it anymore, or haven't in a long time, but so of the 3, you got to go. Top 10. Sorry about that. A Walk in the Woods. Okay, so I just booked my hostel for Wednesday and Thursday night. It's called The Hike In. I got a private room, and I was reading on the Far Out app that they only take phone calls, no text. So I called her, reserved it, and she said, just call me when you get 2 miles away. There's phone service 2 miles from the trailhead. I go, okay, I'll do that. She goes, by the way, we take cash only. I said, oh, I better go to an ATM and get some more cash. So it looks like she does it. She's kicking it old school with the phone calls and the cash only. Cash is king, which is fine. So I'm actually walking. There's some people up there, but I'm just going to keep her rolling. There's that path up here by where the street ends that continues on, and they got a really nice walking path system in the city of Pigeon Forge, Sevierville area. But I'm just planning my I got 3 days to get on trail, so yeah, there's a lot of planning involved in organizing. So I'm getting everything ready. I gotta weed out some stuff, sending my package home tomorrow of all the stuff I don't need. I'll include that video later. And then I starting to throw away in a few things I'm not going to need. And I sprayed permethrin all over my gear and clothes yesterday. I was at a rest stop and did that, so that's nice and dried out now. And I think that's it. Also, I wanted to say I had a really good time at Trail Days. It was very fun. And just being there, it just gets you so inspired to get back on the trail. At least to me it does. So I cannot wait. 3 more days. Okay. All right, well, since it's Sheena Easton Day, I'm going to tell you a story here. When I was in the Navy, I went and saw her in 1983. It was in a city called Concord, California. And they have this rail system called the BART. So I took the BART. Well, first you take the bus from the base to Oakland, then you hop on the BART. And I took it to Concord, saw the concert. And I stayed for the whole show. It turns out, well, I missed the last BART back because they shut down early. So I was unable to catch the last BART back to town. So I stayed up all night. I was in a coffee shop drinking coffee, passing the time, putting my head down. and didn't get any sleep, basically. I think I slept on the BART on the way home, or on the way back to the ship. So maybe half hour to hour sleep. But those were the days. And then I saw her a couple other times in Las Vegas in the early 2000s, I believe. She was doing like a residency there. I think she lived there for a while. Maybe she still does, I don't know. But she doesn't really tour much, so it was a little treat that she had a handful of dates last year, and Wisconsin Dells just happened to be one of them. So I am walking, I'm very close. On the left-hand side is a coffee shop. It looks like there's cars there. And I think I have not had a coffee yet today. So anyway, I did get a styrofoam cooler on Thursday and filled it with ice. Put some sodas and water in there. And now it's Sunday. There was still ice in it yesterday. Now it's all cold water. So I went and bought a Simply orange juice by that brand Simply. And drank some of that and put it in the cold water so I can have it throughout the day. Yeah, it says open. Let me zoom in. Gonna get a coffee there. I've been there once before. So yeah, trail days. Wasn't that something? Well, you guys didn't go, I went. But yeah, Chris Coney, I still gotta watch his video. He put one out of the trail days and the parade, so I'm gonna watch the parade one. And it's called Espresso Yourself, and they are open. Okay, before I forget, I also almost forgot to mail that digital thermometer. I took it off my old fanny pack here. That's going home, because if it's 80 degrees now, that thing's gonna say 100. So that was like a $20 waste of money. This is the Skyland Ranch. And right over here, we have the Longhorn Steakhouse. Okay, moving right along here. We got the ankle braces. Yeah, they're just not gonna work out. Too bulky, too hard to get on and off. I would have to wear them all the time. They're too heavy. So it's a good theory, but I'm gonna take my chances that my foot pain is behind me for now. And if I do suffer from foot pain, maybe I'll pick up a smaller version for the left foot, or we'll see what happens. But for now, they're going home. Okay, my trekking pole rubber tips. I've already lost 3 so far, and so I'm just going without them. So there's no sense of keeping these in the pack for extra weight. If I absolutely need some, I can always pick some up down the trail. These are my mini earbuds. They just don't sound good, which is expected because they're so small. And not only that, the main reason is because they don't charge from my phone charger, my battery brick. They'll charge in a wall charger. And I just, I press that button on the, there's a button you press for small items like this that will turn white, and it's still in charges, so it's going home. It just weighs minimal, but I don't need it. And then this I brought when I drove back down. It was just an extra wall charger. I got a double one of these, so this one's going home. This is for when you do your bear hang. It's called a PCT hang. I'm not doing a PCT hang. I never learned how to do it. I don't want to do it. So that's going home. It's minimal, but I'm just not going to use it. Here's an extra tent stake. I have 8 tent stakes, and I'm not going to need this because if one does bend, I still got 7. I can set up the tent easily with just 6. The other 2 are just for extra room to pull out the sides. And if I absolutely need a tent stake, like I said, I can pick one up along the trail somewhere at a gear shop. Here's my 2 razors. I broke one of them, or the thing fell off, so I'm using one for tomorrow. These 2 go home. And these are the various stickers I got at Trail Days that will go on my cargo carrier that the bear attacked a while back. This is a 6-foot USB-C to USB-C cord. I got 2 3-footers. I was reading somewhere that, you need these for hostels, you need a longer cord. Well, so far, if I really need one, I'll buy one, but this is just bulky. It's got some weight too. And this hat, this was for trail days. I bought at that $7.99 store. I tried it on. I don't know, with all these ruffles and folds here, it looks like a woman's hat, so I was gonna wear it, but nope, didn't make it. And last but not least is my rubber ducky I got. Sending that home. That was for my rent-a-car. And then also I wanted to mention, I did pick up this, this is the Walmart Equate version. I guess it's called Voltaren. It's anti-inflammatory cream. I've been putting it on my knees and my feet for the last 5 days now. This will be going in the garbage by Wednesday. And the doctor, my foot doctor, recommended that I get some of that. And I almost forgot to get it, but I got it the next day.